Hi again, it's Matt Perger here with the Cameo by Eversys. Today we're going to talk about something that a lot of people struggle with, and it's just making your espresso taste a bit better. So there are usually two main problems that people have when they're tasting espresso. It's either watery and bitter and acrid and empty, or it's too strong, sour, intense and rough. Those are the two sides, and almost maybe 95% of problems with espresso are somewhere in one of those two camps. Now, this is really easy to fix. It's mainly a problem with the ratio between the amount of coffee we're using and the amount of water that we're using. So we'll go into the products and keys menu and we'll see our double espresso recipe here. Now this water quantity that we've chosen is giving us about 38 grams of espresso in the cup. Now if our espresso is tasting too thick and heavy and sour and under-extracted, that means that we're not pushing enough water through it to balance out the strength with the amount of extraction that we want. Towards the end of an espresso shot, you'll notice that the color of the flow is getting lighter and lighter. That's because the water at the end of an espresso shot isn't extracting as much as diluting. So if we need to add more dilution to our espresso, we can increase the amount of water that's going through it. And you can try that with a number of different ticks, a number of different tries here. Make a few espressos in a line with 80, 82, 84, 86, 88, and try each of them to see which one is at the right level of dilution for you. Now, of course, the opposite of this problem, if our espresso is already too dilute, we've pushed too much water through it, and it's very dry, empty, or bitter, then what we can do is reduce the amount of water going through that coffee. And that's going to reduce the dilution and reduce the extraction that we're getting out of that coffee. Once again, you can make a number of espressos with very varying amounts of water, changing each of them and just pressing the product test button, and that will allow you to taste them all side by side and pick a sweet spot. Once you've picked that sweet spot, you can also go back to that ETC calibration screen and choose some different times as well. Maybe you might want to make some espressos down at 20 seconds, up at 30 seconds. It's up to you. Every coffee is a little bit different. I can't diagnose your coffee from here, but if you play around with the ratio of water to coffee and with the shot times, you're almost always going to find a result that's much more pleasing than where you are now.